right. Should be going live. All right, that says the views are going 11.7% to 12% CPU usage. Output 3.16 kilobytes. Drop frame 0 30 FPS. Wish I could get this up to 60 FPS, but I know my PC, that's when it. I tried pushing my output to 4,000 kilobytes a second and upping the frames to 60, just so like everyone could watch on the best picture, and it just doesn't work. So, what up, CR, my guy? How you doing today? Oh, we're just relaxing today, trying to forget about some tooth pain and you know, just relax a little bit. But I think I'm actually gonna open up some loot first before I get into some games. We're playing League of Legends again today. It's my go-to. It's just one of those ones. The problem is, of course, my PC is dirt garbage old, like 10 generations at least old now. I love you, PC. Don't give up on me yet. Um, but our PC is super old at this point. The fact that it's still running at the capacity that it is truly a testament to my friend who built my PC for me. Um, and then, of course, even on the gaming console side, we play Xbox, and my Xbox is legit, bro, a day one Xbox One. Like, dies. Uh, it's funny you mentioned streaming Fortnite. That's something me and the girlfriend have discussed. I've got a couple like clips. Like I said, the Fortnite community was unforgiving because I didn't realize some of the players were bots at first. Um, but it's something me and the girlfriend have talked about a little bit. With our new place. We're hoping to get new setups and everything, and that would be fun. The problem is this: my PC is so bad right now. If I play Fortnite on this PC currently, I have to run like everything lowest settings, to the point that my day one Xbox One somehow outperforms it. Which then, of course, since it's not a next gen console like the X, streaming to it is not easy. And then, of course, I can do a setup where, like, I've done it before. I play on my Xbox. I hook my Xbox to my main monitor here in front of me, which then I like run a capture of the second screen or like through the Xbox app. I put that onto my second screen, which then I use OBS to capture that on the second as a source, video monitor source, which then of course outputs it to my stream. But it takes a lot more power, at that point to do, because you're just having to middleman it essentially, and which then again the bottleneck of the PC and the Xbox becomes bad. Uh, I would love to, like, case in point, I love playing Rocket League as well. I'm a big Rocket League player. Oh, you're only in the sixth grade, my guy. You know what though? It's different now than when I was a kid, man. I'm getting up there in age. This is a birthday stream. I turned 34 today, technically. So your boy's getting up there in age. So it was a lot different when I was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably weren't even born during 9/11. I remember exactly where I was during 9/11. But we're working on it. We're trying to get some better stuff. Yeah, we're trying to get a new PC. Oh, speaking of PCs and specs and games, I am so excited because I talked about it. We talked about in our last stream. One of my favorite games on Xbox PC was Kingdom Come Deliverance, and if you've never played the game, it was such a masterpiece. It's like a medieval open world game where the learning curve is supposed to be kind of hard. Like, you get beat by a drunken bum in a fist fight usually for most people that start the game. because you are that weak, and you have to. It's like a journey to get stronger, and it really, you can't be sneaking around in chainmail. Chainmail is big, heavy, it makes noise. So you have like stats in the game for like noise, your smell. Like if you don't go bathe regularly in the game, the other NPCs will actually interact with you. Like the nobles will be like, "You stink, get away from me." Like legitimately, it was a beautiful game. I loved that game. The second coming of the game, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, is coming out this year. Of course, because I started talking about it, I started getting targeted ads about it. And I would love to be able to play that game on a next gen console or upgraded PC. And I would love to stream the entire thing from day one, step one. I think it's, like I said, a beautiful game. But I'm going to open this Hex Tech mystery emote, see if we get anything funny. Hangzhou 2022 3. That's an interesting one. That actually reminds me, I want to change my emote wheel. I don't really know where I'd go for that, actually. Would it be my profile? Gotta be my store, right? No. It's bad, I don't even know where to go for this stuff. Event, Clash, Village, I don't know where to go. It's kind of funny. Guess I don't need to change it that bad. Let's open a mat chest, just have fun too. What up, Azo? How you doing, my guy? Yeah, Azo, it's confirmed. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out this year, bro. If that's what you're the say what comment is to. Uh, CR says I'm hyped for the next NFL season. Dude, me too, man. The Ravens, I tried to tell Raven fans, and I tried to tell y'all last year, and what's the beauty of this is why I started this stream. I've been telling Raven fans, I said, man, hear me out, guys. There's a chance this next year Raven team could be better. Like, if we make the right moves, and I said that going into the offseason, and I feel like the Ravens have made some really good moves. And of course, we got guys like Demarion Pepe Williams and Jalen Armour Davis getting healthy, both in their third year at the cornerbacks room, with our two also new draft additions, as well as the continuing additions of Marlon, Brandon, and Arthur Millette. Barring injuries, knock on wood, that Ravens cornerback room could be one of the deepest we've had in years. Mark my words. Azo said, no, birthday. How old are you now, dude? I'm 34 now. This is my 34th birthday. The Dolphins, I'm really excited to see. I know y'all are really excited about Jalen Phillips coming back from that, what was it, Achilles tear, if I'm not mistaken. It definitely hurt losing Van Ginkel to Minnesota. He had a really good up year. Would have been nice if y'all could have kept him, but I think he signed for like $10 million each season, which was about on par for what it was expected on the market. Yeah, Dolphins got OBJ to add to that deep wide receiver room. Of course, Devon Kane, one of the leading rookie from my running back room last year, absolutely dominating. Really? A chest and you give me a Kale Shard? What was with that? Azo said I'll be 35 this year. Yeah, that's the thing. I was always on the younger side for my my class. Like, that was definitely a weird one. I'm trying to remember who your other edge rusher is over there on the Dolphins. I can't quite recall it right now. Like I said, I know Jalen Phillips is coming back healthy. Ooh, a Cosmic Huntress Nidalee. Do I straight get that? I don't have to buy that? Oh, I do have to buy it. All right. I need 1,050 orange essence. I don't care about Commando Lux. Disenchant. I have better Lux skin already. Now, this is where it's going to get hard, I feel like, because I don't know. Like, so many of these champions I don't play, but I like the skin that I got for him, you know? CR's like, I'll be 12 this year. Youngin'. Azo. Also, there are too many menus in League now. Yeah, because you got like the TFT pass, the regular battle pass, the event pass. Like, there is definitely a lot going on. Okay, there's another Lux skin. We'll definitely disenchant that. Oh, we're still not even. We're like halfway there. I still got to get rid of more skins. Uh, this is tough. I wish I had like double up on something. Ah, Chop Robinson and Bradley Chubb. That's right. Now, Chop's an interesting one because he's kind of the similar situation of Odafe Owe. Of course, the Baltimore Ravens first round pick from Penn State a few years ago. Of course, exercised the 5th-year option on him this year. Um, his pressure rate was nuts. And the thing is this, the edge rushers of him and Adisa Isaac out of Penn State really changed the game plans of a lot of teams. He has incredible explosion. It's just like Odafe when he came to the NFL. He's got all this athleticism. His pressure rate's great, but it'd be great if we could convert some of those pressures into more sacks. I know he was talked a lot about reuniting him in the Baltimore room with him, David Ajabo, all three of them kind of having like a little bit of history. Azo said that's the hoarder mentality. I like the skills, but I don't play the champ. Exactly. Like, I don't play like half of these champs on a regular basis. Like, what's funny is I have over 7,100 games of ARAM. I'm trying to push to 8,000 or 10,000 games. And in like, I joke with people. I'm like, I can tell you 100%. Like, I'd be like, I've played over 7,000 games of ARAM. I have probably played this such and such champion, XYZ champion, less than 5 times. I'm sorry, I've used both rerolls. I tried to trade. I'll do my best. Yeah, he's pretty good. You got, of course, Kevin Zeitler was the last pick of Ozzie Newsome's draft in the 7th round. The Ravens ended up cutting him, and of course, he put up, 7, 8 sacks for y'all last year? Celtics versus Mavericks. I don't even know who I want to vote for in that, to be honest with you. Oh, I need more orange essence. All right. Let's. And of course, like some of these, I actually kind of do play a little bit, but not enough. I feel like to. I can't make up my mind. All right, I've got a Mash Shaco. I like that. But it's Nutcracko. How can I get rid of Nutcracko? Like, I'm a Heat fan, so let's go Mavs. What's funny, CR, you're a Dolphins fan. I live down here in Florida. I actually applied for some jobs with the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers so far this offseason. Of course, your boy's not qualified enough. I don't have that bachelor or master degree, basically. So, unfortunate, but, if you don't shoot your shot, it's always worth trying, right? Like some of the stuff, like you'll see me on Twitter, I tag like Mr. Beast or something, or like Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose. Like, I know they're not going to answer me. 1,000,000%. But, gotta at least try. All right, I think, what should I do? Maybe I should open all of these and hope I get some orange essence or another skin out of it. I just can't decide on anything that I want to get rid of for gonna open, hope I get something. He said, I'm a Heat fan, so let's go Mavs. Okay, I feel you. That's that rivalry on the East Coast. I mean, I probably just would have been doing something like game day marketing, something like behind the scenes more than anything. But I like to keep joking to myself that maybe I'd be able to punt or kick in the NFL. When I used to play semi-pro, I was down there on Doug Shaw Stadium for one of our home games, and we were like way too early even to start like warming up, but our kicker was out there kind of starting to get his leg loose. And I literally went out there and I went barefoot like there because I was like, I'm gonna kick, but I don't, I don't really want to be wearing my cleats. I was out there booting 30 and 40-yard field goals barefoot. But the thing is, this is when I was kicking them, I don't. I played soccer growing up. I didn't like kick the foot. When I did play football, I played tight end, linebacker, like a little bit of safety. Um, so I didn't even like kick in football. So I don't know how to kick a football really to get that perfect end over end spin. But it was just funny. I had so much brute force that I would just hit the ball and just flat faced right down the middle. And the kicker is just sitting there. And my teammates are just sitting there in the end zone. We backed it up to 50, and I'll be honest, I never hit the 50-yarder. I always kept shanking it a little bit right, trying to get that power. I was like, but at the same time, I'm like, man, if I just got the aerodynamic spin on it, I'd be easily dropping this 50-yard kick right now. And I joked about it all the time, and I was playing around with some kid the other day, punting the ball, and I was like, it's about a 40-yarder with 4 seconds of hang time right now. But it's just, it's kind of funny. What up, 49er minded? The same thing that disqualified me from military service was I had problems with my knees. Now that I got older, I believe what they call it is kind of like patella alta. It's an extended patella tendon, essentially. So my knee sits up higher than it should. But one day I'm doing some research on it. And while it does, of course, lead to degradation and reduced lifespan of the joint, because the hitch point, just think about your knee, even like when you're doing squats, the bend of your leg is different for everyone depending on like their femur length, like knee plate, like a few different things. So people with patella alta were always known for having like explosive leg movements essentially. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. While I was like in 6th grade punting like 60 yards, like on the dime coffin corner style when I was playing goalkeeper. I was like, oh, now it all makes sense. But we got that 40-inch box jump the other day, so CR says it's nice down in Florida because I'm here in Indiana. Oh my God. Is it nice? No, it's not nice. We actually here in Florida entered the heat dome the other day, which was in Texas. So in Texas the other day, in some parts of southern Texas, they were hitting like 117. And actually yesterday here I believe it's Imaloki, which is about like 10 minutes, 20 minutes south of me. Like it's in between us and Miami a little bit, at the start of Alligator Alley out there. And it hit 115 degrees yesterday here in Southwest Florida. It is getting insanely hot. 40 mine, you could have been an NFL punter. I still joke about it, man. I joked to myself, I'm like, I'm delusional. I'm in the gym. I'm going to secure this punter workout, this kicker workout. If I can just be 100% from under 45 on the dot every time, shit. But I'm joking. I ain't making it. I've got all kinds like neck issues and shit now. But at least I'm a bigger guy. Put me on those new kickoffs, coach. I'm like, actually, it's funny. I weighed myself the other day. I don't own a scale, but every once in a while I go and I weigh myself. And over the past 3 weeks, I put on like another 3 or 4 pounds of muscle. Good signs. Good signs. I'm almost back up to 220. And if you don't know, you'll see some of my shorts, man. I've been doing like workout videos and stuff like that and mock little drills here and there. And we're getting there. We're getting bigger. Honestly, I joke with the girlfriend. I'm like, honestly, it's just the healthiest I've felt and best I've felt in years. Like I said, other than maybe some neck issues, which I'm slowly getting better, but CR says, wow, that's hot. It's only 80 here. Yeah, 49. Y'all were actually, I think, where the heat dome started out there, and it's been moving from west to east across the United States, which, of course, we're worried about here down in Florida because the other day, right, I always know this, right before my birthday, it's the start of hurricane season. Like, I was born, like, right after Hurricane Hugo or something. But We had a temperature reading in the water the other day. The water off our coast before this heat dome got here was pinging at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That was before the heat dome. So can you imagine right now that water going in the ocean and it was basically 100 degrees? That's like walking into a cool hot tub, to be honest with you. Things are not okay. uh, I felt bad. One of the buildings in our apartment complex, their AC broke the other day. But what up, Chimera? How you doing today, my guy? I'm gonna give up on trying to get that essence. I'm just gonna go into a game, disable the preview because it messes with me seeing my screen mirrored over there while I'm playing. But yeah, things are not okay here in Florida. But it's funny, I don't know if y'all saw, I've been talking about it a lot, that these companies are involved in a price fixing scheme for property management. And in Arizona, the state attorney general, as well as the FBI, raided like 9 property management complexes supposedly involved in a price fixing scheme, including using a online site that uses an AI algorithm to maximize profits, essentially. And at that point, this page I think is used across property management, like across the U.S. And it's what I've been hounding the Florida State Attorney General for the past 2 years to pursue. Which, of course, we have seen a reduction in rent prices here in our area. It's just funny. It's like, I told y'all, but no one wanted to believe it. It's the small moral victories, right? Do I need to turn down my desktop audio? It looks like it.
I will bury the world in ice.
Phase swag. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to take the LeBlanc. Yeah, I'm taking the LeBlanc. We're going to try to nuke people with LeBlanc. Let's hope we have fun and get to giggle. Mark or Ignite? Yeah, we're going to take the Mark. Do I have any LeBlanc skins? I thought I did. Guess not. Cry. Oh, someone bailed on the game. Yeah, it seems like the desktop audio is almost like louder than my audio. And we'll try for this Zill.
I knew you would do that.
Give one reroll. Take him back.
I knew you would do that.
I'm gonna take a heal. Might help bail out after someone I res them. Give him that speed and a health bonus. Oh, Dark Harvest. Not really what I want, but I don't think Glacial Augment's worth it. True damage isn't worth it. The money would be, though. I think we'll just keep Dark Harvest to keep things simple. Azo said, I played a game of ARAM with Brand last night. It was poppin'. I know, right? I like to make jokes every time I play like Brand and I get the burn items. I'm like, cue up Usher. Let it burn, let it burn. Because, if you don't know, Brand's like a fire guy and he lights people on fire. And then there's dots or damage over time items. If you know, you know. Cue up laughing emojis. Feels good to finally eat real food again. I couldn't chew anything for a few days after my... Oh, dude, yeah. You got to make sure you don't eat solid food right away and get the pockets, basically. Crazy. I've been trying to get a root canal on a tooth for like over a month, and they didn't want to do the root canal, but they had the crown prepped because we were going to do a root canal and crown. And I've just been in pain for like 3 weeks waiting on the crown. And then I went in the other day telling them they tried to take the temp crown off, and I was just in so much pain. And I'd already oh, I got PTSD of dentist, man. My parents didn't believe me when I was younger that a dentist was drilling in my mouth and committing Medicaid fraud. And this one dentist, literally in the period of like maybe 2 months, did over 30 plus fillings in my mouth. I can't even count the amount of root canals. dude, man, literally just tore my mouth apart. And it was supposed to be the very last time I was supposed to go, you know, like the end of the treatment plan, basically. And I looked at my mom as I was walking back, and I said, watch, I'm going to walk out of this office, and he's going to say I need like 5 more fillings. And she says, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Just go, Levi. It's the last time. It's the last time. I walk out. All right, I'm going to need him back here next week, miss. We've got like a few more on this side and this and that, and we need another root canal here. And I was just sitting there staring down my mom, like. And of course, we never went back. And years later, it finally came out that he, via somebody else, accused him of the same thing. And I actually went to another dentist. Oh, I missed him. I had a friend whose mom was a dental assistant at an office, and went in, asked him about it. And he's like, you know, you're not the first person to come here with the same complaint from that office. And like I said, it took a very long time for that man to get his, basically. And even though I wasn't the one that got any type of compensation, all I could say is I had never been so happy to see someone going to jail and like their life ruined. I hate to be that person, but that man deserved it. Oh yeah, it was insane. Like I said, he eventually. Oh, I don't want the kills. Oh, fight the auto, fight. Oh, I wanted that. But supposedly next Thursday, I've been eating like 3,000 milligrams of Tylenol a day. Dang, I should have used the E on someone else. He was already dead. Get out of here. Get out of here, Urgot. Eat my auto. Auto exchanges with Urgot. Ah! That was close. Almost ate that mark. Eat this health potion. Let's use our minions to deliver a bomb. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to speed you up. There's more than one way to skin an Urgot, ladies and gentlemen. Even though I missed my cues, I took away one of his escape routes, and then when I slowed him down, he had nowhere else to go. Whoops. I mean, we're off to a good start. 3-0 for start here. We're going to use the minions to deliver a bomb. Level up Misfortune to 6 early. That's fun. I've got an ult. Ah, let's go, Misfortune! What a save! What teamwork! Look at that play. You got your dad to finish Attack on Titan? That is so clutch. I tried to get my girlfriend to watch it. My girlfriend is just not an action fighty anime person. She really prefers that like slice of life and like relaxed style. Like literally one of her ones she watches, Laid Back Camp. Let's get that Soraka. Come on. Ah, he tried. He tried. Look at that save. Look at that. Attracted the Lysandra passives to save my Misfortune. There's legit a bug in here. It's gonna drive me nuts. He's like keeps coming after me too. All right, let's see if we can get Cho'Gath to engage here. We gotta go get somebody. I've got an ult to use. Misfortune can provide one of the best covers. Let's go. health real quick. Alright, I guess Akali gets me. Got big mad, bro, on that one. Oh, we're off to a 4-0 start. I need to die soon. I've got 3,000 plus gold. Well, I guess that's a good time to die. Technically, they had to push in a little bit for me. The wave got cleared, and I've got 4 teammates up. Couldn't ask for a better death timing, honestly. Mana doesn't seem to be an issue. I never finished last episode. Oh, it got so good, honestly. Alright. Got him. Got him. Oh, almost got him again. I tried so hard for Cho'Gath to get that pentakill. I wanted it so bad for him. I missed him. I double Q there. We gotta get that Soraka. Fuck. I missed a good R opportunity. Excuse my language. That was close. I believe in you, Cho'Gath. That's unfortunate we won't get that one, but I actually do need Tear of the Goddess. It looks like I'm starting to run low on that. I have no mana. I need to die. Attack on Titan had me hooked, but then when things started to be revealed, I threw a curveball from you I wasn't ready for. Wasn't sure how I felt about it. I took a break and just never got around. You know, honestly, what's funny, Azo, is I did take breaks from it myself. And then I basically backed it up one season from when I last took off and finished it, basically. Because those that were watching us it live like me, dude, they were toying with us, like giving us like constant half seasons, and it was rough. I got to watch at a customer work crash burn on asking a server how today. It was hilarious. That is, if I wanted to watch people fail for 30 minutes. Let's level up this Cho'Gath a little. It's funny. I was so close to saving TF. So close. Uh-oh. What a crazy first game, honestly. Damn, they got the tower. No! So close. Twist fate, damn, why do I get no damage? Oh, too funny. Chimera said, Hell's Paradise is a great show if you're looking for dark, gritty schemes. Same with Chainsaw Man. Oh, yeah. That's like the trio. What was it? Everyone was waiting for Chainsaw, Hell's Paradise, and what was the third one? There was like 3 pieces to that trifecta. It might have been the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Azo said, I'm itching for something as good as Jujutsu. So far, nothing. Yeah, if you haven't watched Hell's Paradise, beautiful. What they did there. I'm trying to think. I'd actually have to like look at a list. It's just been a lot. Been a lot, that's for sure. Oh no! Yes. Alright. God. My team's just scattered. Like, I want to focus Cho'Gath. I feel like Cho'Gath can almost, and with a Kali behind him, can almost run it. But I feel like Cho'Gath's a little too wary. I mean, he could be bigger. He's got 5.6k health. Urgot's 3.7, Pantheon. And with a Soraka, we can't sit back and be passive like that. I know he's got Warmogs too, but we gotta get up on him. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at that. Of course, if you haven't watched Chainsaw Man is absolutely great. Oh, of course, if you haven't watched Freyerlin is absolutely masterpiece class. Like, yeah, that's definitely like that's gonna be like the new, like, you know how like some kids raised on Bleach and Dragon Ball, some kids were raised on Naruto, some kids were raised on My Hero Academia. We don't talk about those kids. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But oh my neck. I gotta remember to look forward more. Well, I guess this is then. Everyone wanted to give up. I'm gonna be nice to my teammates there. Just one of those ones. I'd rather not give up. I like to fight to the end, but it kind of looked like my team was ready to give up, and Cho'Gath was already just standing back a little bit. And oh yeah, season 2 of Jujutsu was so good. We're so excited for the next season. Honestly, you know what? We can give me 1 second here. I got something for that. Mastery 7. Fun. Let's see. We are currently, I believe, in the summer release. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh no, we're in the spring release currently. We are. So of course Demon Slayer is currently getting another season. Slime Reincarnation getting another season. Windbreaker has been great this season so far. If you haven't, we'll started watching Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 is amazing. A lot of people were hyped about Spice Wolf, I believe is the correct name of it. You see, and then of course coming here in the summer too. I feel like I know that one. Tower of Gods getting a second season coming up here, which a lot of people are excited about. I was really never a big fairy tale person. There's a few more coming out next season, but I don't know. What up, Jason? Schemed the womb day. Azo says, I love My Hero. Jujutsu has a very Game of Thrones feel. You got to be careful about getting attached to characters because they could be dead. What's funny is I recommended an anime to a friend, and I was like, at one point, I joked with him. I was like, oh man, everyone dies at the end, you know, because it was the funny joke at the time. And he's like, really? And I was like, nah, dude, I'm fucking with you. Like, you really think they would kill everybody? And then he watched it, and he's like, you weren't fucking with me. They really killed everybody. And I was like, I like messing with people. But Chimera says, Chainsaw Man is one of those shows where it's weird, but it's pretty relevant to Denji's character progression, a poor child abused by adults around him. Azo said he's heading to the Columbia Zoo tomorrow. That's Riverbanks Zoo. Riverbanks is a pretty good zoo. If you are ever in the Colorado Springs area, though, let me make a recommendation to you here in my travel experience, okay? Yeah, it'll work. There is a zoo called Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. They built a zoo into the side of a mountain right beside, I forgot the name of the hotel resort, but it's like world class. Used to do liquor smuggling back in Prohibition days, kind of place. Like, it's really nice. And then at the very top of Riverbank Zoo, at the mountain, is like the Temple of the Sun God. Some like old, I think, Indian kind of thing, building tower. But it's an absolutely wonderful zoo. You gotta be prepared for a little bit of a leg day. You feel me? But it's world class. It actually used to be on like the top 50 list of best zoos in the U.S., if I'm not mistaken. And one of the reasons we miss Colorado Springs a little bit is we had an annual tradition every year. They would have an overnight, they called it like Electric Zoo. Yeah, I figured.
They are nothing before me. The Tempest is at your command.
I'm going to use a second reroll here.
They harm.
Well, I tried.
The Tempest is at your command.
But, oh yeah, dude, I used to play Destiny all the time. Me and the boys, like, played Destiny hard. Jason asking if I played Destiny. I had been up on Destiny. I started buying the Battle Pass. And like a lot of Destiny players, I thought that next expansion coming was like the end of the Destiny story. So in a certain sense, like nostalgia, you know, we were like, you know what? We used to play Destiny so hard. Let's come back to the game. Let's hoorah and really finish out Destiny. And then, of course, Bungie was like, oh, no, we've got like 3 more games before we end this series. And like me and like a lot of players were like, slam down the headset. Which, of course, supposedly Bungie started listening, you know, to the feedback a little more. But back to the Electric Zoo story. So you would pay for an event. And certain animals, of course, at the zoo are a little more nocturnal. So they would have some of the exhibits open at night, including even like feeding the giraffes. And of course, they reduce admission, like how many people can get in by a bunch. They have lights everywhere. And of course, the zoo, since it's built into a mountain, overlooks the city. So you have like, I think I might have a picture on my Instagram, or I'll have it up soon, where you can just overlook the entire city at nighttime. You know, me and the girlfriend would go get a hot chocolate, sit down, look over the city. Like, it was one of our favorite things to do there in Colorado Springs, and we miss it so much.
My heart and sword, always for Demacia.
Let's see. Chimera says, MHA seems a little too power friendship to me. My Hero Academia, better than Fairy Tail, hopefully. I feel like a Code Geass. Really like Code Geass. I feel that My Hero kind of, you know, it's almost like I had a friend that put it best. It's Saturday morning cartoonish, you know, has like you said, that hoorah, So I feel you on that. If you don't know that part of my name Darwin's Raven has of course plenty of references, but there is one to an anime reference. If you know Darwin's Game, I think it's even on Netflix. Super mid anime, super mid until the very end. The very like final episode or two, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel this. Like, there's some history shit to it. We got a lot darker in the final episodes. I don't want to ruin anything if anyone ever watches it. There's only one season out. It's not maybe like a 24 episode, if I remember right, anime. You know, oh no dissing. I'm not dissing. Welcome in. Yes, thanks for the birthday. I'm not. By the way, Jason, I'm not dissing My Hero Academia. I love My Hero. I'm watching up right now in the simul season, bro. I'm with you. The villain arc last season was super fire. Azo said, I can't do Destiny for the same reason I can't do Warframe. They just nickel and dime you into have nothing. And that's EA, dude. I'm so terrified for NCAA football because EA's in charge of it. And EA and Bungie have not done me well. Kind of forgot I was playing, to be 100% honest with you, for a minute. Like, I was just so caught up in the anime talk. And this is why, guys, I thought about doing a whole channel just an anime review. Because, like, I could talk for days about anime with guys. Like, I have a video for you. What the hell? Does anyone see what's going on with my character right now? Can y'all see this on my screen right now? There's like a double of me. Like, my skin is glitching out right now in League, bro. This like Obsidian Star Guardian skin. Hey, we got the first blood. Let's chase him down. Pop the ghost. Yeah! Oh shit, overextended. Back out. Sad I had to waste the flash, but... Old D, did you watch DBZ Super, guys? I'm about to say, I even watched DB Super as a simulcast. I'm a simulcast watcher, man. I feel like sometimes having to wait like week to week for an episode, of course, just makes the episode sometime that much better. Like when you're anticipating the drop, like, I mean, it's proven knowledge. Your body actually has the highest amount of like dopamine in it, not when you get something that you're craving that you wanted, but in the moments right before you know you're going to get it. It's actually why sometimes when you you know, when we get let down, it actually like feels so almost like so bad. It's because of that exact reaction. So, you know, sometimes you need to tease in a non-sexual way, guys. And we are clearing house right now with Syndra. What up, Luke? Yo, bro, can I be your editor? I mean, I legit do need an editor, but... You know what's funny is, if anyone's like a simulcast anime kind of person, legitimately, I mean, you have my full authority to use like clips from my stuff, but... if you are watching the simulcast of animes, there is a kind of almost cringe anime. It's called Viral Hit, which is an incredible marketing idea. Just naming your show Viral Hit might like actually get it trending in, you know, search results in a sense. So I thought that was kind of funny. It's an anime though, like about a bully kind of and his growth and development as he, you know, kind of starts learning that he can make money fighting on NewTube, the knockoff of YouTube, fighting bullies kind of deal, like the early YouTube days. And so he fights bullies to raise money for like his mom's disease because she's in the hospital and he needs to find a way to pay the bills. And it's a little bit cringe, to be 100% honest with you. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It's got redeeming qualities that I like. But in the episode, they're looking for an editor for their NewTube channel. And so they find one like through their comment section, basically, and asking. So that's kind of funny. Oh my god, I'm trying to catch up on these comments. When I lived in Japan, I learned Oh, I would love... Dude, I want to go to Japan so bad. Like, that's bucket list for me. 100% bucket list for me to go to Japan. Like, I had a friend I worked within the airlines that... He is a 7-foot tall, like, black man. And he went to Japan and he talked about how much fun it was for him. How weird it was. You know, he's just standing in the airport and he's just towering over everybody. And a lot of, like, people legitimately came up to him and were asking him if, like, he was an NBA player. And, hey, I'm on a killing spree. Look at that. Hey, I stole that kill. I'm sorry, but at least I did my autos. Super was good. I was watching Super live, and each week was great. The fun arc was tear-jerking, not gonna lie. I feel you on that, man. Like, I feel you. And I don't know if you... I don't know how true it is. Supposedly, Toriyama put out Super because, like, GT and all that was just so disliked by the fans, and he didn't like, you know, he didn't want it, Dragon Ball, to end on that, basically. And so that's why he gave us that final season of Dragon Ball Z that hit that nostalgia so hard. Like, and if that's true, GOAT status, Hall of Fame status, like... Pike's coming for me. I can feel it in my bones. Unironically, I think DB Super was the best installment of the franchise, the Zamatsu arc, and that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, like, you know, I thought I was out of range. I'm dead. 3,000 gold. I need to learn how to build better. I think that's one of my issues. Azo said, I actually have no idea what simulcast... So simulcast means that it is, like, coming out in Japan on their, like, quarterly schedule at the same time you're watching it, meaning that more than likely there is not an English dub at the time, unless especially it is a extremely popular anime. So it just means you, like, usually about an hour after it's released in Japan, it's usually available on sites like Crunchyroll. And so that's what, when we say simulcast, that's what we're referring to. Like, man, we are, for the people that do not want it, things to get spoiled, basically, is what it really is. If you want to break it down to something. Oh, I want to get this ult off, but I know I need to run. Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to catch up. Tori said, give me my shot back so I can make it great again. Exactly what he said. Oh, dang it. They caught me while I was responding to comments. Azo said, I'm finally about to watch the movies tonight. Good stuff, Azo. Captain says, Bleach, the 100-year blood art. Oh, dude, by the way, I'm watching that too. I'm a little bit of a hater on CGI. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm like, I talk about it with a girlfriend a lot. I'm maybe probably being just a little too picky, and I still love, like, it's not like CGI ruins. Oh, let me give y'all, I bet you I have an anime that no one in my chat has watched. Like, I'm almost willing to bet money on it, but I don't have no money, so. It's called Kingdom. When Kingdom first came out, it was one of the worst animated animes I've ever watched. But I just slowly got addicted to it. And if you've ever played the Dynasty Warriors games, like on PlayStation and such growing up, absolutely, I gotta, like, lock in here. It's basically almost like Dynasty Warriors, the story of the 5 kingdoms of China, the age of romance, you know, all that stuff. So and dude, it's got, like, I think like 5 seasons at this point, and to watch from where season 1 was to where it's at now is absolutely ridiculous. Like, Look at them. Install Poro Professor. It teaches you how to build and stuff. Good note. Thanks for the heads up on that, Luke's. Get off my person. Get off me. Come on, Garen. Come on, Garen. Let's go, boy. Ah, we're going to lose Garen there. Luke says, bro, I watched that. No way. No way. I love Kingdom. It's my boy. Me and my boy used to stay up all night, like in middle school, playing Dynasty Warriors. Like I still own a copy of Dynasty Warriors, like a hard copy for Xbox. I've always just loved that you know. I don't know. Oh God, this Pyke's trying to. God, they have such a divey comp too, with Wukong, Vladimir, Pyke. Ah. I'm about to get dove, bro. They are coming. 100,000%. God, there's nothing I can do. I may be emoting, but there is nothing I can do right now. 1000%, yep. Mage problems. I gotta go up in my comments. Wow. I thought about doing live Bleach watch-alongs. See, and I thought about doing watch-alongs as well. I couldn't do Breach. They drag things out too much. I feel that the drag on is real, just like DBZ. Every time I hear one, I want to get up and dance. Kingdom is just a slow burn. Oh, it is. Do I need magic pen? Is that my problem? I don't really have magic resistance. Like, I just need to do more damage. Oh, Chimera, where all your messages are gone. I personally prefer short anime unless I can watch it first starts. 12 is a good length. I feel that. King's Raid for FF. All right. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go get this. Don't forget to feed a hungry Poro, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I see the bug. Fuck you, bug. Excuse my language. I don't usually join like back to my old Twitch days, like. And it's also like, I know it might sound weird, but one of the things I kind of almost, just like with Rocket League, is I almost take pride in my ability to play by myself and then, you know, work around various teams. Oh, I fucked that. I used to like always play with my viewers if they asked, like Rocket League, League of Legends, and then I was like, you know what, I probably need to change my format a little bit. Oh, I got her. If I had that Q or E, I would have had her. Oh, I wish Jinx would have got a hit on her. Procced her, got her passive. God, bug, dude. Why does King's Raid sound familiar too? I don't know. I've watched so many animes over the years. Like, I just legit hate the fan service. They try to sneak into so many animes. I'm like, bro, can we just like not do this anymore? Like, it's 2024, bro. I know he's coming. God. Nothing I can do there. Oh, let's try to get the spell, the penetration as well as the speed as they take our tower. Can I get a shout out for Mushishi? For real, right? Samurai Champloo. You know, I actually started rewatching the Rurouni Kenshin remake. You know what's one remake, though, I haven't done? Oh my god, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. I wasn't paying attention. I am so sorry, team. The Trigun remake. Couldn't do it. It's alright, there. Jink got our passive proc, and that's all you really need, right? God, look at her just melt Pike. Melt Vladimir. Melt Zyra. Feed the Jinx. It's all you need to win. Jinx is Riot's love child after... if you haven't watched, by the way, guys, League of Legends has an actual like anime show itself. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me right now. It's actually a really good show. Stars Vi, Jinx, a few other characters as well. But actually, like I said, a pretty good show. God, I want to get this ult off on Pike. Let's say I know he's coming. Get that damage on him while I can before he goes under. Heals everything. God. That's what I'm saying. They got so much dive on their team. I know it's Blitz. It gets... Yes, Arcane. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, Arcane was really good. I am so excited for the next seasons of it, to be 100% with you. I even got the girlfriend started watching it. Might actually have to pick that back up. We've been looking for another show. Me and the girlfriend, our thing that we do is we always, when we make food, we watch like cooking shows. So it's kind of funny. Gordon has a show out every season, like every season. MasterChef is simulcasting technically right now, as well as Food Stars is simulcasting right now. If you don't know, by the way, supposedly supposedly they film like everything in like 3 weeks or something like that. Bad Batch season 2 and 3. Bad Batch actually was really good. I've always been a fan of the animated Clone Wars for Star Wars. I thought it was actually one of the better installments of Star Wars. Yeah, Jason, I've heard everyone ragging on Acolyte. And one of the things about Acolyte that I saw in all like the things I was watching is they were talking like with one of the directors or producers, you know, doing like a Q&A with him. And he was like, yeah, he made like he basically showed he knew nothing about the franchise. It was like, it really pissed off the actual Star Wars fans. I don't want to misquote what he said, but I think he called like, I think he said Anakin blew up the Death Star or something like that instead of Luke. You know, something just like completely wrong and off the lore. And everyone was like, this is why you don't let these people in charge. They're not true fans. They are only like, they get, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there we go. It's one of the actors said Anakin destroyed a Death Star. Exactly. That's what I'm like. A lot of people were mad about. I'm glad you you know exactly what I was talking about, Captain. So thank you for correcting, getting that accurate. I mean, that's why no one is excited about it right now, which Disney and EA have been flopping hard in all of their markets, honestly. Like, get out of here, Vlad. I'm sick of your shit. Oh, we might run this shit down. As long as we can keep Jinx alive and healthy. Keep up the momentum. Oh! Of course he got the Jinx. That's rough. Yeah, and that's what some people are excited that they're supposedly not nostalgia baiting with the storyline. But like a lot of people are like, really, the hood, all this, like kind of just everything screaming the same, like storyline wise a little bit. While it's not nostalgia, it's not, doesn't seem like a new thing as much. That oh, we're so dead. Oh, we are so dead. I'm going down with the ship here. Just do as much damage to Zyra as I can. Azo said, "Isn't their job? It isn't their job, but it makes their acting much more believable in most cases." Exactly. That's why, and that's the reason. The whole reason The Witcher did how well it did. You know, which a lot of people are anticipating. Was it Chris Pratt getting the new roles in The Witcher? Azo said, "It's for me. It's why I've always loved." Exactly. Henry Cavill's acting. Exactly. Jason says, rumor has it that episode 3 is going to bury SW lore. Supposedly the portray Yoda is a very negative way in that the Force is giving gender a... Interesting. 600. Nice. I don't even know what the 600 is in reference to, but what up, my boy? How you doing today? We're failing here in this game. Get off of me, Wukong. Ah, Pike flashed in for me. Exposed himself, though. Oh, Vlad goes under, escape Garen ult. Spinny Boy doing his thing. Spinny Boy did his thing. Beyblade, Beyblade. Oh, wait, that's just Garen. Is that you, Beyblade Sensei? Azo said, I would not be surprised, to be honest. It seems that Disney is intent on killing these popular... You know, it is be like that. What up, CR? How you doing, my guy? Oh, I have 5,000 gold. Have I been forgetting to buy, chat? Have I been that bad teammate? Oh, my God. I think I have. I am such a horrible person. I am so sorry. Do they have magic resist? No, but they have health. Then we'll buy... I may have been forgetting to buy it, and I am so sorry to my team. Get off of me, Vladimir. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come here, Zyra. No! I'm just trying to R Zyra. Oh, is that game? If so, I apologize to my team. It's 100% my fault. Like, everything is my fault on that game. Chimera says, honestly, I'm a fan of pretty much everything Star Wars Disney Media put out. The only reason I don't really like the sequel trilogy is because the trilogy itself feels disjointed. Yeah, I feel at the end of the movies there, I feel that, Chimera. That was my biggest critique. You know, on or no, I'm sorry. On oh my gosh. On the whole, like, not Django, but I'm trying to think of the name of the series right now. It's because I was not a huge fan of it. Oh, the Mandalorian. There we go. But the Mandalorian, to be 100%, like, it was good. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of aspects that I liked and a lot of aspects that just bored me to death. And I wasn't a huge fan of. But, you know, I think that opinion is not shared by a lot of people, so take it as that, you know. But at the same time, oh my god, did I really? I was saying, that same breath, though, I absolutely loved the next installment. I'm sorry, my brain is spacing as I try to play here. Andor. I absolutely loved Andor. I thought Andor was so well done. It deserved every award that it got. Get off of us, Blitzcrank. I'll say, as long as we keep Jinx alive, as long as we keep... Dang, that's going to be rough. Keep him off. Keep him off the Jinx. Keep him off the Jinx. He can't duck under. Let's go. It's all about protecting the Jinx. The bot might not work, guys, because I don't have Streamlabs up, because I don't think it would handle well with the game, so I apologize on that if it's... You know, I actually haven't watched the Ahsoka. And Ahsoka was always one of my favorite characters. Like, I started watching the first episode, and then I think I stopped. Get off of us, Blitzcrank. I just want that tower. Got it. Now we're even. Worth it. We're just going to harass Wukong. Dang, we couldn't. That's going to be a pretty good reset, though, actually. Could be game. If someone peeled off and just went for it. Azo says, Mandalorian was great the first season, then they destroyed it with precision. All right, so it's not just me. Like, glad. Chimera says, I love season 2. Even season 3 was overhated, in my opinion. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm probably being a little too critical of it, so, you know, I'm not going to say, like, I hated it. Chimera says, Andor is ironically the best Star Wars I've ever seen. Absolutely peak. And that's what I'm saying. When the critics were like, you don't even have to watch, you know, Star Wars to watch Andor, I was like, that's an absolute accurate representation. It really was that good. Like, throwing Zyra's plants is kind of comical. Just picking up and throwing Zyra's plants. That's my job in ARAM. Do it. Do it. Let's go. That's game. All right. Let's see here. Azo said, I don't know. I'm super picky. I don't deny that. But the facts that they sidelined the main character the way they did, disgusting. And Chimera asked, which series did? I don't remember that happening. Yeah, I'm not really sure, honestly. Oh, who gets it? Who gets it? I mean, it's got to go to Jinx. She carried us. If Jinx was alive, basically, we pushed. Got to give love to your ADCs, but got to give love to your tanks. See, look at that. Jinx got an S. See? Spot on. Oops, we clipped through that kind of quickly. Oh, well. Quest for Challenger. Another day, another bullseye. We've hit 107,810 skill shots on champions. We got to break over 140,000 to get to Challenger level. And DPS threat, deal more than 1,800 DPS. 241 out of the 392 we need to get to Challenger. So we're grinding. We're halfway there almost on that, on both of those. Maybe like 40%, I'd say. 35. But oh man. Yeah, one of the things I play ARAM for, to be 100% honest with you guys, is it's just so fast paced that it keeps my mind going that I can't focus on other things half the time. But because your boy just be getting too stressed about trying to fix everything. One of the biggest problems I've ever had in life, I feel like, is saying that's not my problem to fix, which is slightly actually mentality wise a problem among almost all men, but your boy had a heat stroke, probably got a little bit of neurological damage. Doesn't help. I really feel like sometimes I need to put my camera back on my left side on my second monitor. But hopefully we're going to be moving into a new apartment here in like a month. We're super excited about that. If everything goes well, we'll be moving into like a 1,700 square foot 2-car garage apartment with a lot more space, which hopefully will allow us also to have better setup. And, we're going to be trying. To be 100% honest, like might be like my last season of like, if I don't pick up a little more steam, doing like the stream and the football. Of course, majority of my viewers come in for the play-by-play of our NFL games, which has been the main source of our views. So I don't know. It's just, I do need an editor really bad to keep it 100. I need someone that'll help me edit, do more shorts, things of that nature. But of course, I don't make the revenue to pay someone. Like case in point, I love Nico. I wanted that game so bad. Like case in point, my PC is so bad that I can't even edit clips on my PC. When I try to stitch them together, it literally gives me a message about my video card not being strong enough. Chimera says, for me, what I care about most is storytelling for the most part, and I feel Disney somewhat has been pretty good with that besides the sequels, and I think they were still great individual movies, and I agree with that. I got Nico again. What are the odds? But maybe I'm a little bit too much. I grew up going to the movies. Like that was one of those things like I did with my aunt. We always went and saw movies. So I've always loved going to the movies. We don't really go as much anymore. My girlfriend, for those that don't know, my girlfriend has 90% hearing loss in both her ears. So of course, she had the opposite experience growing up. Of course, when we were both younger, hearing loss was not really treated the same. Like, I think they didn't start doing hearing tests at birth until after she was born, technically. So it's just one. And that might sound crazy, but it wasn't that long ago that we weren't doing that. So like no one even knew she was deaf till she failed her kindergarten hearing test when she was at school. So when she does go to the movies with me, she gets like the big old box thing where it captions, and she's always been self-conscious of it a little bit. I think she got made fun of when she was younger, probably. Which of course, I tell her anything in that regard in life. Let someone say something. You think I'm scared of anybody? You are out your mind, girl. Man, people are leaving games left and right. Is my chat coming through to my team and that's why they're hating me? Azo said Din had basically zero character development in season 3 of Mando. I can't disagree more. Disney storytelling is washed out, complete with the same basic concepts for everything they do. You could basically put whatever plot they do on any of their IPs. Chimera says it definitely isn't as great as the first 6 movies. George Lucas is still king. Valid points all around, honestly, would be my take on that. I'm about to say, no one else should be able to hear me. Alright, guys, make a prayer to the reroll gods here for us. I'm not an Evelyn player. I used a reroll. There's no champs up there I'm really a big fan of. Oh, God.
Neither the flames nor their depths could claim me.
But, let's see. Azo said it also comes down to the audience, and that's actually a very good argument to make, Azo. You know, and it's almost like I had this argument with one of my teachers because, you know, I recently went back to college myself, to be honest. Oh, Evelyn is Queen Chimera. I love her as a champion, but I don't play her, and I suck as her. I have like 0 practice with her, maybe like 2 games. But I talked about with my professors. I was like, dude, these kids, like, I usually am not the person to ever be like, the kids aren't trying. And while, of course, I have arguments against some of the teachers, even when I had good teachers, that some of the students were just so, I don't know, man. Like, there was a kid behind me in my business law and ethics class, bragging about how he paid a kid all last semester since they were in virtual learning to do all of his classwork, and he passed all of his classes. Like, Azo said, unfortunately, unless you want to reach a super wide range of viewers, your plot has to be very simple because the vast majority. Yep. You know, I'm crazy, guys. I legitimately like be tweeting out at Joe Rogan, be like, "Hey, man, let me come talk about my biofuel cell on your stream, like, or your podcast. Like, let me talk about how I want to build a 3,400-mile river through the heart of Africa." Because I want to create an source of water that's unprivatizable. And I'm saying that wrong because I'm not educated. Cannot be privatized. That's the correct word I'm looking for there. Should have saved that till I had another one. I need to get some gold, actually, is what I need to do here. A turned back deserves a knife. I gotta laugh at how bad that was. Yeah, 100%. What do you level up first? Is E or is Q? Bonus damage against champions. Plunder. See, the Q gets me more. Let's see. What up, John Leger? How you doing, my guy? Azo said, Rick Sanchez, your booze don't bother me. I've seen what you cheer for. Your booze don't bother me. I've seen what you cheer for. Azo says, Q, I'm gonna believe him. I do remember that you build crit. I do remember that, honestly. So, we're gonna buy some crit. Well, absolutely beauty. I don't even play League, and I know her from KDA. I know, some of the everyone jokes. League ain't a gaming company; it's a entertainment company in the sense that some of the like videos, like in case I'm playing Arcane Legends, kind of low key fire. Like, yeah, Q for its crits. Okay, yeah, it's like I know one of the big things is making sure you can crit. Because I think his barrels crit too is part of this thing. Oh, I put it too far away. Oh, that's so bad. Gotta get that perfect distance. I'm Pickle Rick! Oh, you know what's funny is actually, I wish I could share music, honestly, with y'all. On my playlist right now is a couple, they call it Wubba Lubba Dubstep, I believe is the correct, what they like kind of jokingly call it. And like, some of the songs, of course, it's like clipped with Rick and Morty, and it's actually kind of really funny. Ah, come here! No, I should have autoed him first. Chimera says, I've written a few essays on the state of society as part of a writing major. I believe things will get better eventually. You know what's funny is on like that topic, one of the arguments, I shouldn't say arguments, one of the talking points I've seen is, we go through ages. We went through the the Industrial Revolution. We went through the tech revolution. We went through these various different, what you would almost call like periods of learning or growth in society. You could even say like with Google, we entered like the age of information, basically, is one of those things. But one of the arguments that people have been having is that we have entered like in an age of enlightenment. That basically the overall quality of living across the world has increased. That we no longer have like the worry for food, shelter, clothing, security, things like that, being less allow for what we believe in psychology, the closer term of self-actualization. Basically, when you're rich and you don't have problems to worry about, you can think about other issues. And with, like I said, so with that, a lot of people are saying that's why things are changing a lot, culture, a lot, a lot of different things. There's always change. There's always, that negative pushback against it. It's proven, the human brain, like, can get scared of change. Oh, that's horrible. Have I died? I have died. Okay, I've been dying. Pentakill is on ironically fire metal music. Kinda is. Alright, Chimera, gonna dip. I gotta eat dinner. Grilled salmon tonight. Ooh, that is some good stuff. I know. We're thinking about whether we want to go out for dinner or not. How many barrels? Oh, my barrels keep disappearing. So humans are in teenage years. In a sense, like, in a sense, like, it's more like in the sense that grandma just remembered that racism isn't like a thing anymore. Yeah, I don't know. We'll never reach that. That's like I used to make these arguments with people, and I'm like, you have to understand, like the argument I'm making right now is in a utopian society, yada yada yada. But we know from every study of culture and people that it doesn't work like that. There's too much unpredictability, yada yada yada. There's just a lot of it's a deep and complex argument. You know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah, never actually be able to achieve it. But I used actually in my what I call the Great Africa River Project argument. I use I believe is it I always get it mixed up, Pavlov and Maslov. One of them did the dogs with the bells, and the other one talked about what's known as the hierarchy of needs, which is the basic essence of food, shelter, and security, love, yada yada yada. And I use that as a premise to start my argument. Because basically the way I started that entire speech is that I say, hey, while of course the main counter argument you'll hear probably if anyone in this was to talk to me was that, we need to take care of our own. Well, I absolutely agree with that. The veterans need to be better taken care of. There's teachers, there's so many firefighters, policemen, so many people that need to be better taken care of. But then I basically talk about how, while this and that, they might have, like case in point, while we have homeless here, our homeless might have actually access to like a shelter or... I made it out. Oh, I can heal in a second. While, of course, like, somewhere in Ethiopia, they might not have that. And so that's where I start the premise of my argument, essentially, of why we need to be helping them, yada, yada, yada. It's a very deep one. How could it not be? The topic idea itself is pretty far out there. Azo said, or should I say qualified people? I think there will eventually be more jobs in entertainment than there will be in labor. I don't know if y'all seen, if I could share videos from like my Facebook and stuff that I saved. I forgot where they're, but basically Wendy's is trying out replacing order takers with, of course, AI, which is something anyone that has, had any opinion on AI probably for the past like 10 to 20 years has shared that opinion that, jobs like that will be some of the first to be phased out, which is 100%. Oh my God, I haven't been buying my fucking passive. I'm so dumb. But anyway, so I thought that was pretty crazy. What's funny is I talk about that actually a lot to people when I have time. When I worked for Delta Airlines, we were sitting there working, yada, 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 yada. And our boss suddenly one day basically got a thing. And it said, hey, we now are going to require that 90% of all check-ins occur via the kiosk. And if you don't meet these measures, basically you're not meeting your performance measures, which of course would lead into loss of bonus, and of course potential, termination of employment and performance review, bad performance review. While they did this, of course, they also reduced our workforce by like 60% because of this. Basically saying that, the kiosks would out check in us, which I'm telling you right now, as someone that worked for the airlines for years, I don't care if unless there's 20 kiosks, the number, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like our airport, I think we had 10 kiosks. Nope, I'm telling you, 3 agents could check in more people and more accurately while giving better customer service than any kiosk could. But, whatever. It'd be like that. I gotta move more forward with those. Yeah, forfeit that. Aza said, I would 100% prefer to give my order to an AI, and I would 100% love if AI took my job. I hate my job, then I would have an excuse not to work it. Yeah, there are a lot of people that go on that universal income on that argument, essentially. That's a hard one where, again, there are so many problems with the arguments and this and that, and, like, my thing is this, like, it's funny, like I said, I joke around about it. I'm like, next presidential cycle, I will technically be old enough to run for the president office. No way in hell I'd ever be able to raise enough money to pay the fees that are you need. And then, of course, I would have no access to nationwide debates and would just have to really, really grassroot it like no one else. But, just no one cares, man. It's part of the problem.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
Yeah, I know a while ago in Israel, they were actually testing using an AI to take calls for an insurance company, basically finding that the AI was able to give better quality service while also reducing their wait times and this and that. Which, of course, if we're going to get deep in these talks, you also have to talk about the increase on the demand of the energy grid that is coming with AI and green technology and all this stuff, which the U.S. is not prepared. No country is actually prepared for at this current point, in my opinion. And when you get into the whole business and power grid, oh my God, does it get complicated. Which is why my solar harvesting mitochondrial engine, aka SHME, is a great idea, because it's not the production of energy it's the problem, it's actually the transportation of energy over long distances. And of course, the upstart cost associated with like going to every city in the US and starting your own like independent power company in the city that just provides power to that like city, yada, 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 and surrounding region. Not only the amount it would cost, but it wouldn't be cost efficient enough unless you get over a certain volume, blah, 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 blah. So that's why SHME is important, because the solar harvesting mitochondrial engine that I came up with does not rely on the photovoltaic effect like solar panels does, as well as, since it's based off biochemistry, it should be a less startup cost once the original gene sequencing is done, essentially. It's basically one of those ones, just like the whole argument with medicine. Once the R&D is done, then, but it's so like frustrating. Like more than 10 years ago, I was trying to create stuff like this. And when I went to my college teachers, they're like, I don't get paid enough, Levi. Like that question is above my pay grade. Because what I was specifically asking them was if there was a set limit on the photosynthesis rate, essentially. And if there was... Hold on one second. And if there was, like, could it be changed, altered, yada yada, like variables? And yeah, never got an answer. Later, Captain Man. Have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Aza says the solutions to the energy problem may not be solved in our generation. That has nothing to do with the people not being smart, because no one with the power wants to solve it. And you're exactly right, Azo. You're exactly right, my guy. Like, the thing is, I am optimistic enough to want to fix the problems and such, but I'm also realistic enough to understand. Like, it's like when I gave my whole speech about my Great Africa River project and everything like that. I acknowledge in my speech, I'm like, hey, don't think I'm so as naive to believe that the bad guys, and the powers at be, as I'm just going to leave them as, are going to let me come in, do what I want to do, and help people. I'm not so naive as that. Like, case in point, like, I acknowledge that I would need, like, international support. Like, even if I had all the money in the world, I could still not afford a private military big enough, basically, to deal with the project that I'm talking about. So it would be critical that I needed international support. But of course, again, I'm not so naive enough that, like, the United States is just going to come help out of goodwill and all these people are going to come together to help people. I'm not that dumb. And so I basically talk about how I wanted to, which I even acknowledge in my speech that it's almost a sociopathic response. But I basically talk about how I'm willing to use the greed of others as long as I believe the net equation benefits humanity and the people that I'm targeting to try to help, while also not, creating harm to others. You know what I mean? If that might be kind of hard and complicated to even understand. Like, hey, I finally got a champion I'm somewhat comfortable with. Agnivia. But I feel you on that, my guy. Like I said, I have a whole idea about let's see here. But I have a whole idea based around one of the Gates Foundation's failed experiments, basically, on how to trap carbon in a usable form, like to use for like rocket fuel and shit. Elon Musk said he would pay $1 billion if someone could come up with that idea. And I actually came up with the idea after him saying that, basically, and me, like, having a flashback to an article I read in a science journal like 5 years prior, basically. Azo said, nah, it wouldn't be that. No one would have to come at you with force. Big Oil would simply fork out another 2 billion a year smear campaigns against you. And you're not wrong on that. You are exactly right on that. Like, and that's another thing is, us and especially the generations after us, Azo, everything's like recorded, bro. Everything's on the internet. Like, they're all, and no one's perfect. And we live in such a polarizing time that basically, like, I talk about it with politics. Half the reason that we have our issues is because, like, no one can admit a wrong. Like, if any side, red, blue, yellow, whatever, was to be like, oh yeah, we actually, we were wrong on this, our bad in a sense, the other side would absolutely eviscerate them and use it as a smear campaign for the next like 5 years, So when neither side in an argument can admit they're wrong when both have clear wrongs, you'll never make any progress, basically, is what I say. And that's also one of the current problems with just everything in general. Um, um, but yeah, I have countless ideas. Like even in Myrtle Beach right now, like one of my ideas is literally just like they're building it slowly is the like most insane part. It just I tell people a long time ago, one of the things is I found, I always felt like I was good at helping people. And so one of the things I truly want to do in life is be able to help people. However, I also found out a long time ago that if you truly want to help people or create change, it takes either money or a platform. It's as simple as that. Nobody cares. And well, I shouldn't say that it's also nobody cares. It's just there's so much, and the world is so crazy that it's almost how do you not get everything drowned out, and especially with algorithms and that stuff like that now. It's just yeah, it's because they only answer to the shareholders, and then like I acknowledge one of the biggest problems is you like need the government to step in, but at the same time not overstepping like is insanely hard. It's a tightrope to walk, to be honest. Like but yeah, it'd definitely be rough. Like I said, and one of the like the whole like the Africa River project, one of the other reasons we ever came up with the idea is because I hate band-aid fixes. Like in my project, I talked about, hey, we already send like $50 billion a year from the Western Hemisphere to these sub-Saharan countries, to help basically, like. But also it just needs to be used in a better long-term fix, essentially. And if we pulled resources together, it'd be more effective, yada yada. Like I said, I went I think like 5, almost 10 minutes over my allotted time, and actually my teacher didn't take anything away, which I thought was kind of funny. I think I was just one of those ones that left everyone kind of sitting there like. And of course, you know me, I actually figured out a way to make money off the river project because, got to figure out how you're going to fund it. Because again, it's one of those ones like even if I had all the money in the world, I could never afford that. Like, well, no, I shouldn't say all the money in the world. That's not true. But you know what I'm saying? I actually used the Intercoastal Waterway as one of my examples too. I don't know. My ADHD beats just too strong. Yeah, that Annie is straight mad. That might be game because we've got super minions coming too. I know, man. I don't usually play with people. You're probably about one of the only people I make an exception for, Azo. And we win. Oh, League is one of those ones. I usually hate PC gaming because I don't like PC controls. Like I'm the type that like put a controller just to play on my PC, which is like half the reason. But anyway, so I feel you on that. But League, I don't mind as much because it's a QWER kind of game instead of a WSD game. WASD games and stuff like that eventually, like, especially do what they want you to do with your pinky. Maybe because I've got like giant hands or something, but like it always bugs me. Damn, we got 3 S's on our team. That is crazy. And my damage was so subpar. Oh, man. Thank God. Your boy is hungry. Can I talk about, too? I went to Zaxby's the other day and I got a Mr. Beast box. And I was so excited. It was like my little treat to myself for my birthday. Gonna get it early, because it was just like a good day too and all this stuff. And I went and got that Mr. Beast box. First of all, I don't like ranch. It comes with Zax sauce and ranch. I don't even use it. I think the ranch is also for your cheese curds. I think that's disgusting. But I think their honey mustard is actually kind of good. So sometimes like I switch off with my fries and my chicken tenders with the Zax sauce and the honey mustard. So, of course, like normal, hey, can I get a honey mustard instead of that ranch, please? And they repeated it back. So honey mustard and Zax sauce. And I'm like, yep, you got it. Even because it was my birthday, I'm like, hey, you know what? Throw on an order of, the fried dough, the funnel cake. I was like, it's my birthday. I'm feeling special. Basically dropping like $20 on a lunch for myself yesterday from Zaxby's. But, I'm feeling myself a little bit. I like Zaxby's. I've always liked Zaxby's, except for when they mess up my orders or like give me really bad chicken. And yesterday was one of those days, man. And of course, it was like 110 degrees here yesterday. Drove, sweated, like ended up being like a 30-minute drive with traffic, but I really wanted some good food. And get all the way home. Like I said, 30-minute drive. I'm home. I'm finally excited to open up my food and eat. They gave me 3 ranches. And even though I grew up in the South, ladies and gentlemen, I hate ranch. I hate it. It's disgusting. Nah. That's the only thing I'm like not Southern on. I love sweet tea. I love collards. Ranch, like, so not only did I not have any sauce for my chicken, my fries, my entire meal, they also didn't give me the caramel sauce for my funnel cake. And I'm like, bro, like I called him. I was like, guys, I'm like, do you understand how dry this entire meal is? Like, there ain't nothing. Like, nothing. And on top of it all, so not only did I not get any sauces for any of my food and my dessert, I also didn't even get my Mr. Beast bar. So, like, that was like my little thing. I was like, I always save the Mr. Beast bar, like, for way later in the evening. Like, my little evening snack, like, yeah, I was like just so defeated. And I'm like I told him on the phone, I called him and I was like, it's just not even worth driving back. It took me like half an hour to get there. I really don't want to get back in the car. Like, and of course, most of these places be like, we'll give you some sauce. You can come back. Well, my food will be cold by the time I get home, man. Like, you going to remake my whole order? Which at that point, I almost like feel bad. Like, because it's like wasted food. And And I grew up in a household where like we struggled to feed our like when we were kids, man. Like, all right, and of course I wasn't a huge peanut butter person my entire life. So I remember like when we were little, my mom and my brother would eat like peanut butter and crackers sometimes for dinner because we didn't have a lot of money, and I couldn't do that, man. So I would eat saltines and cream cheese, and that used to be one of my struggle meals as a child. Like I would go to bed with just a belly full of saltines and cream cheese, and that was my dinner. Um, so I got a special place in my heart for not wasting food. Like Azo said, if you were part of a game dev studio, what role would you like to play in it? You know what's actually funny about that, Azo? I'm one of those people. We actually, you've been here with it. When we're on the football streams, you'll hear me say, you know what? We don't like to really just complain about problems here on this channel. If we're going to complain about a problem, we have to talk about solutions. You've heard me complain a lot about EA. I actually, this past year, applied to EA as well over my like year of applying for jobs, and I applied for like a basically director of development, controlling where the story and the direction of the franchise is going for Madden. I, I think that too many of these gaming studios, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I would love to be proved wrong, to be 100% honest with you, because we talk about a lot. You never know till you're actually in those conversations with these people. But I just feel like could do Madden better. And I've joked about it since Power Worlds came out. I've said, guys, can we get some AI engines to build like a football Madden game? Because I feel like it could just be done way better. Like, way better. Just the franchise mode has been terrible. The career modes have been terrible. The pay to win, like, and I get the focus that they make the majority of their money on people playing Ultimate Team. So you can't get away from Ultimate Team, but can you honestly look me in the face, EA, and tell me that you can't build a better game while like maintaining at least Ultimate Team? Like the scouting update they did in the last Madden, garbage. Garbage. Just the bugs, the problems, the gameplay, the settings, the fumbles, the crazy, like I've seen people already complaining about the new EA Madden game because like Fred Warner 30 feet up in the air making one-handed Odell Beckham catches while backpedaling backwards, like just insane stuff that always drove me nuts. I would love to be. So I don't know if actually director would be the thing. It would be more of an advisor in a sense. Like, what's funny is actually in one of those senses, because a lot of my professional experience has been coming in, developing training programs, working through them, working through new hire, stuff like that. I actually, in these past years, thought about starting a business consultation business, basically, where I would come in, look at the numbers, look at everything, get a perspective, and then go to town fixing it, basically. I've met a few in my life through the restaurant industry, especially, that did it, and not bad money. Azo said the devs of EA aren't the problem. Quality assurance is such a rough job, honestly. Hey, what up, Neo? Yeah, I don't know what the technical term Azo would be, but just like looking to make improvements in the game and really satisfy the player base is what I would want to do mostly for a gaming studio. I think I could create such an engaging franchise and player mode that you know it it would give a whole new life to the game in itself, and then give something that doesn't really need to be changed for at least 3 to 5 years, which then, yes, we could make like maybe a bigger, more dramatic change. But I'll be honest, at that point, 5 to 10 years, dude, I would, like, case in point, guys, if I had the VR headset, I would be playing that football game and streaming it every day with y'all, like 100%. Um, I just can't afford it. You know what I mean? Azo says you got to realize that Madden isn't bad because of the devs; it's bad because of the suits. Neo said, "No long as you and seeing." Not quite sure. Azo said the suits know that the fans will buy the game, so the suits lay off veteran developers and hire newer, cheaper blood to maximize profit, and then those devs make too much. Yeah, it's like Azo, like in Madden, what was it, a year or two ago, someone noticed in practice mode, they went into practice mode, and the stadium still was saying like 2019 or something. So like the yells and the calls for it's a copy and paste game got that much louder because it really did show that they just copy and pasted code from the previous game. And because it was like a practice mode, it got overlooked by the testers essentially before they put it out. I remember in one of the Maddens, bro, legitimately, I was playing franchise, and I've always been actually a franchise player. Dude, I would love to actually be able to have like a franchise league. Like, can you imagine actually having it's like goals for like the stream and the channel to have 32 people that were like willing to all join a franchise league in Madden, bro. Can you imagine actually like 32 streamers that ran their team, like had YouTube channels for their teams, all playing together, also streaming their Madden? Like, it would be so much freaking fun. But, it just pulling people together like that is hard in itself. I even struggled last year getting enough people to do my fantasy football league where I was trying to get majority streamers. Even right now, guys, I've put out messages to like 6 guys or so. I'm trying to do something called, it's a series I've been trying to do for a few years called Around the Bay. The name came to me because, of course, the Chesapeake Bay, but also because a lot of my friends are 49er fans, of course, out there in the Golden Bay area. So I thought it was kind of funny to play on the name that Around the Bay, all these different opinions around Bay areas. I wanted to model it around, or I am going to model it around the Horn style on ESPN, basically bringing like 4 guys talking football, maybe a little bit of other sports, just trying to have a little bit more fun, casual, and just have a fun weekly stream to do. And even right now, I'm having a hard time getting the guys together for it. Like, Azo said exactly. Most of the new blood has no idea what most of their code does. But yeah, so in one of the franchise modes I was playing, it didn't have. This is one of the things that killed me. They overlooked the roster and trading block in Madden. I have like way back, probably screen captures and video of it somewhere, where it had, instead of right tackle on my player roster, it had left tackle twice. So I didn't have like a way to trade I was trying to trade Morgan Moses off of the Ravens that year. And so I was trying to trade him, and I couldn't trade him because I didn't have access to right tackle on my roster, which blew my mind that got out of, the development stages with a bug like that. It's just, like I said, it's all been so bad. Like, it's just frustrating. And like I said, I feel like if I had a group of coders that had access, to the rights like the NFL does, I feel like I could put out at least a product that doubled their sales, to be 100% honest. Like, because not only would Ultimate Team be a big focus, like, but I would completely redo the franchise mode. Like, completely redo it. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab like another drink and a snack. One moment. I'm gonna play another game. If y'all don't know, let me give a shout out. I'm not sponsored. This is not a sponsored shout out. If you are a fan of soup, the company Raos, R-A-O-S, you probably know them for their pasta sauce. But they make some soups. And like right now, currently at Publix, they have a BOGO, or it's like 2 for $7, basically. So like $3.50 for like, you know, almost like a pasta jar style of sauce size. And I'm not gonna lie, it is one of the better soups I've ever had, like out of like, you know, not like a homemade soup, basically. Like really, really like it.
Feel the thorns embrace.
I feel like I'm gonna need a zone control here with Zyro. Keep up with Pike. But like I said, they're for $3.50, and like it's a legit, like, one soup really actually does me pretty good. And I'm a big guy. I'm like 220 pounds, you know, big guy. They've got a vegetable minestrone. Oh, great. A cheese tortellini and vegetable, really good. The chicken gnocchis, all right. Their chicken gnocchi and chicken noodle. The chicken gnocchi's pretty good, actually. The chicken noodle, I feel like, is missing something. I don't know what it is, but it is still really good. I'm just not a big egg noodle guy, I guess, maybe. Trying to think what the other ones they have. They have like an Italian wedding, a lentil soup, a butternut squash, which is actually going to be one of the next ones I try. But honestly, their vegetable minestrone soup is one of my absolute favorites. Like, every time I see that soup on sale at Publix, it's a must-buy for me. Campbell's sucks. What's the other one? Chunky, whatever, sucks. They all suck. Only good one, Raos. And then the best part, because like the jar style that they're in, if you don't finish all of the soup, it's a lot easier to, you know, just put it back in the container, put the lid on it, and put it back in the fridge. Or like if you got just like a tiny bit, you know, and those little like strands you don't want to put down the disposal, you can just, again, put it back in the jar and then put it in your garbage. So, why do they have to have a Malphite, dude? That's gonna be so annoying at 6. Oh, we got a bard, or a bard horn with the pike. Wonder how long I'll keep the stream going today, honestly. I'm about to say, the girlfriend should be home from work soon, so. It's half the reason we're doing the stream, just ain't nothing better to do. Had to clear that bush. Oh, alright. No one chatting. Let's focus and try to get these kills. Oh. and Jin technically, I don't know if they're on kill streaks, but they are close. God, Malphite. Malphite are incoming. Who's it coming on, though? It's coming on me or Tristana. Maybe Morg. Mal, can we talk, bro? Waiting for Jin to ult, too. I'm surprised he didn't ult that Tristana right there, to be 100% honest. Wow, nobody was willing to shield me. They said, let's clear out. That's rough. Raven, make you Ahego or whatever the technical. I don't even. My girlfriend would be proud. I don't actually even know how to say it. Getting wrecked. Oh my god. It was just good play by them, honestly. It was a good play by both teams, honestly. My guy landed the mark. I dove in with a flash, basically. They just flashed out and made equally good plays. Malphite actually went tank. Oh, I thought I had her. The only goal is just to constantly set up Pike. My leg is straight twitching right now. I am trying to go to the gym tonight too, and that's my birthday. Probably still going to go to the gym tonight. Maybe I'll go live from the gym. Last time that I went on Friday night, there was actually someone that came in, like, and I'm not going to stream in the gym while someone's there. I'm not one of those type of people. Most people like me come to the gym for privacy, so if someone else is there, I'm not going to interrupt their peace and privacy, basically. Ah, that was funny. I didn't even know I was on a kill streak. Oh no, I wasn't. They were, and I got to shut down. That's where all that extra gold came from. Ah, I'm dead. It's honestly just funny. Oh, man. Get him, Tress, get him! Ah, she got slowed. So close. See, at least gaming like this, man, it really helps me forget about my tooth pain. Rough. I'm definitely waiting. I'm off by like 20 gold. Oh, don't you run off the platform. It was close. I always forget, technically, if I'm in a bush, I don't create seedlings. Well, I tried. I tried, Raven. That's rough. Alright, so we have the tower. Let's go. Pike started a run. Nice. I got some good hits on Ori there. Nice. That's how you start a run. Water is wet. Let's see. I want to be annoying. I'm going to build Ryleys just to be an annoying person. Oh, man. I gotta figure out lunch soon. It's probably gonna be vegetable soup, to be honest with you. Just sounds nice and light. Man, I want to be able to wait for Riley's. I'm here, LOL, so I'm AFK right now. No worries, my guy. I know I see the one concurrent viewer. I figured it was probably you. But we all got shit to do, you know. Ah, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh my god, I'm not dead. They didn't come in. That so didn't hit me, but whatever. Ugh. And Riven's starting to get beefy though. See, I don't need anti-heal. I do need MR though. I think I need to get the true damage crit strike from Shadow Bloom or whatever it's called now. Oh my god, my neck. You know, speaking of anime, one of my favorites, I've been so disappointed in the second season. Tsukumi Moonlit Fantasy is, I believe, like the name for it. Oh, I really liked the first season, and then the second season has just been such a letdown, kind of like just a tease half the time. Oh my god, that bug just flew in my nose. God, dude. God, dude. I'm gonna murder this bug if I ever get a hold of him. That one shot by Jim, bro. 974 damage. A third of my health in a single shot. That is insane. God, I wish I could get this bug. Oh, it's probably GG, man. That has not been a good day of gaming. All my fault, too. Ally inhibitor respond. Just doing that little bit of damage to a Malphite that I can. What a game. We pushed him at the end and finished. That's how you do it. That late game, dude, if you give up or like mess up that late game stage, you get run down like that. Good stuff. It's got to go to Trist. Or, no, I'll give it a Ribbon. Despite the name. Champion Mastery. I'm not sure if I'm in favor of the new Mastery system, but, you know. It'd be like that. And we were top damage of the lobby. Woo! I mean, it's kind of expected. Oh, no, actually, no. Corky beat me by less than 300 damage. Like, oh, no, I actually, yeah. I lost to Corky by like 270. That's rough. Of course, he out-earned me in gold, which is the most important stat, but our Riven and Pike both broke 16k in gold, so we out-earned them. I don't know if we out-earned them as a team, though, did we? Barely, by 1,000 gold. Close game, though. 56 kills to 54 kills. They had 155 assists to our 100, so at certain times they were playing better as a team, but we had them in the end. As Linkin Park once said, in the end, it didn't even matter. That's how you feel sometimes against like a late game Cho'Gath or a late game Senna, like reinstalling League again. Oh, probably won't play tonight, but here I am. I feel you, my guy. I feel you. I know League's just one of those ones, like, especially for me, ARAM, it's like my comfort game because, like I said, the pacing of the game, especially in ARAM, is so fast that it doesn't give you time to think of much else. You know what I mean? Like, and Azo, that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel about League. I got a love-hate relationship with League. You know, I'm a mage player. Mage players, like a few seasons, like a season ago, like or however, bro, we could not do anything, like anything, and it was so frustrating. They've they've made some changes. You know, some mages definitely can influence the game, but you know, it's kind of like how the whole skins thing. It's also the meta a while ago was big flashy plays because that's what you want to see at the pros. That's what's exciting at Worlds. You know, someone being able to dive in and just like obliterate someone in one spam move of abilities, you know, and these big flashy plays. And then of course though, a lot of the ADCs were like, what the hell, man? We need something. And then my God, lifesteal became such a problem that didn't matter if you buy Morello. It doesn't matter if like 3 people on your team had Morello to make sure there was a constant reduction. Just health steal. You could like as an ADC go boom boom and be back to full health. And again though, that was part of their strategy as Riot and the Worlds, because again created an opportunity for big flashy turnaround plays where you know, it looked like the ADC was going down, and all of a sudden, you know, boom, 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 and all of a sudden, you know, the other character is dead, and Ashe is now in full rapid fire mode, machine gun Ashe, just running down, or Jinx running down the whole team, basically. It was frustrating. It was frustrating. And even right now, they took away Mage's anti-shield item. They finally gave us another burn item, but it's just it. I mean, I think they made tweaks to it recently, but like damage output compared to Leandri's, it was not even close. Like to the point that, and again, sometimes when the numbers, it seems like you, like right there, my numbers were high, but I feel like I did no actual real damage in that last match. Is one of the things. It was like I used to tell people, I'm like, Morello and healing is broke because Morello will tell me I stopped like 30,000 damage in freaking anti-healing, but they still healed up to 100%, laughed at me, and then ran it down and dove me under towers because there was nothing I could do. Burst champions, some of the burst champions just didn't burst. It's just frustrating. Like, you know, I think it's in a little bit better of a place than it was a while ago, but I still think there needs to be some tweaks and turns here and there to change it up a bit. And it's one of those ones I know no one will ever care about me playing League of Legends unless I'm playing ranked mode, basically. Just no one cares. It's 8 o'clock. Let's see. Got any texts or calls from the girlfriend? Don't think so. Oh, man. Just debating whether to play a little more, call it. Starting to run out of steam and energy. That espresso I drank earlier today, definitely starting to wear off. We've been live for just under 3 hours now. Got to get back to used to calling 4-hour games, to be 100% honest with you. It's part of the training, right? Wish I had another better game to play. Like, honestly, I wish I could have played Helldivers. I'm not a huge fan of what Call of Duty has become, but at the same time, everyone else loves it, so I probably just need to shut my mouth on that one. Valorant, my PC kept crashing on, so I can't play Valorant. I used to play some Overwatch. Overwatch, though, is a little pay to win in a sense, which is one of the big reasons we like League of Legends, because it's never been a pay to win game. Basically, it never will be. Whereas like Valorant, the newest champion that's part of the season pass is always like usually super buffed and crazy and like, yeah, dude, I stopped playing Call of Duty actually years ago. I just did not like where it was going, the style, just a lot of different things about it. Like, another game I wanted to play Ark. I really wanted to play the new Ark, even though it's kind of a copy and paste supposedly. But that was one of those games, actually, I used to stream on Twitch for a while, and, I was trying to get a bunch of friends to play because I thought it would be a lot of fun. And then all my friends that play Ark just, have different styles. Like one of my friends, he's a hardcore online lobby, this is the min max, how to put 120 turrets on your walls around your base, this. And like, I'm like, no, bro, I ain't trying to do all that, like, homie, and then I had like another friend, he's like, I want to build 50 campfires in a row to level up so I can, push my level and this and that. And I'm like, nah, again, this whole min max thing is not, I'm trying to like role play, have a casual playthrough. Like, it's kind of like, well, more like a Minecraft. And I have thought about playing Minecraft before, to be honest with you. Just how far Minecraft has come. But I don't know. Me and the girlfriend been talking about starting a new Stardew Valley save file. Thinking about that one, honestly, a little more. It's just, I hate having to redo all the relationships in Stardew and get everyone to 10 stars so it won't decrease anymore. And this and that, like, slightly annoying, but I could probably download a mod that fixes that. And they, of course, added so much to Stardew Valley, and everyone's wondering when Stardew's going to get a second game. And I'm trying to think of some of the other games. Another game I never got a chance to play. 2 games, actually. Never got a chance to play Elden Ring yet. Because I don't think it goes on the old consoles. And in that same argument, Starfield. Never got a chance to play Starfield. Like, that was one of those games. I played No Man's Sky a good bit. Like, I had a friend that I played No Man's Sky with for a while, and so I was excited about the opportunity, and then I realized it's only on next-gen console, which made sense. Like, I use the Cobble mod in Minecraft right now, Pokemon. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, and see, I would love to stream Power World and play, because like Power World is basically Ark survival with the Pokemon game, essentially. And like, I wanted to play that, but when I play it, so of course my PC can't handle it, and when I play it, yeah, Starfield was supposed to be great, and then just you never hear anything about it anymore. And just the classic, man, it's so frustrating. Like, it's like Anthem. I wanted Anthem to be such a good game. It looks so good, and then they just completely abandoned it as a studio. They took like, 75% of their studio staff and developers, put them on whatever the new assignment was, and abandoned Anthem. And like, they're still trying to bring Anthem back, but like, it's not gonna work. Man, I just got a crazy idea for a game. Yeah, Power World plateaued pretty quick. I agree on that. I feel like they could have added some other aspects to it that could have added better multiplayer value to it. You know what I'm saying? What was I going to say? I don't even remember. I hate Souls-like games. Yeah, I've actually never really, I've watched a lot of Dark Souls. I've actually never played Dark Souls, but I can appreciate everything that I do know about it. So Azo, why don't we make a game? We'll make it a mech style game. I don't know if you remember, they talk about it all the time. We sell the game, right? We sell the game, but when you buy the game, you're not really buying the game. You're buying the controller for the game. And design the dual joystick style. Like, I don't know if you ever played that style in the arcade where like you're in a mech and you actually have like the two like aircraft style controllers, sell that as the game. So like when you buy the game, you're not actually paying for the game. You're paying like for the controller that'll arrive, and then make some like cheap mech game. But like as long as you make the controller, brand the controller, and like really push it, I feel like it would be. I don't know. I would love to play a game like that. I would love to have like the whole car racing setup. I would play more car racing games like I used to play Forza Horizon, but just friends and all that stuff again. Like Azo said, we just need an artist. I know, right? I know. What sucks too is like half of the thing is like I used to get so excited the idea of being able to bring my friends together who all were well versed in certain other fields and be able to bring them together and felt like we could be able to create something or do something better. But every time I've ever tried to do that, like everyone just goes their own separate ways. Like we need our Joe Danger. But like even originally my channel, I called it the Sunset Ravens. And I called it the Sunset Ravens because I was trying to create a channel where a bunch of like small guy people like me were trying to get off the ground streaming a little bit, could come together and put a bunch of content together, because it just increases the amount of content that the page puts out. And if any one person does well, it will help everybody in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a stream house, but you don't have the house. And everyone, of course, always bailed on it. No Man's Sky was the second game of the people that made Joe Danger. I don't know any people that focus on game art. I know, right? No Man's Sky is the only game that flopped, and then they actually came back and like rebuilt their player base and actually still have a pretty strong player base, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they're still working on that game and putting stuff out. I know the last time even I played it, they had a new update dropping soon that redid a bunch of stuff. And I'll be honest, I had fun playing No Man's Sky, but again, because what I was playing on, um, my PC struggled with graphics, and my Xbox just had such long load screens because it's a day one Xbox One. So, in all the load screens, you know how it is, takes a lot of enjoyment and the immersion out of the game. And I really like immersion. So I know that's one thing. I like playing on a TV more than my computer screen because it just makes me feel more immersed in the game. And like No Man's Sky, I really enjoyed, man. I really did. But after a certain point, it kind of got just a little too repetitive, I feel like. Yep, Cyberpunk did the same. And everyone was so mad about the failures of Cyberpunk. But also, I feel like with Cyberpunk, part of the problem was they had to try to program it for the old gen and next gen, which, like I've been telling my girlfriend, I'm like, eventually I'm not going to be able to play Xbox games anymore because just, like I know the newest Madden coming out will not be available on the old gen console, if I'm not mistaken, which, I don't blame them. But at the same time, I ain't got like the money like that. Oh, I would love to get a VR setup, honestly. I love a lot of the VR games. I would be all up in that shit. Excuse my language. I was planning on getting one, and then I was like, you know what? I should probably use this money to get further ahead on builds, and that's exactly what we did. Oh, I am thinking about killing the stream though, honestly. It's only you hanging out with me. We've been going for like 3 hours. I didn't really expect much, but helped kill some time, that's for sure. I don't know. I'm just getting to the point that I'm just so bored with most of the games that I have and that I can play that I'm just like half the time sitting around going, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I play a little bit of Magic the Gathering here and there, League, Xbox, Rocket League it's gotten to a much higher level in the past few years. So, and just again playing on what I'm playing on and this and that, it's almost impossible to push higher in my ranks. I play Fortnite a little bit, but I mostly play with the girlfriend on my console. And like case point, when I play Fortnite on my console, I don't load into the game usually until the bus is actually like dropping people. It takes that long, especially on the very first game, for me to load in. So of course, like when I play against someone and they have better settings, they can turn quicker, this and that, I get wrecked up close. But it is the meta of the cars, so. And sometimes I play a little bit of Fortnite, but then like I just, I feel weird whenever time I get on there and there's like a little kid on the mic, and I'm like, bro, are you serious with this? Like, oh, I don't want to be that guy playing with like little kids. I could be taken wrong. Azo said, bro. Oh, and I'm starving right now. And now I'm like in an awkward time. I'm like, I don't know when the girlfriend's coming home. So I don't know if I should like eat some soup or something. Or like, I don't know. It's so tough. Maybe we'll go out to dinner, but I doubt she'll get off in time. Her boss don't care. Yeah, now that we're in the summer too, man, I feel so bad for her. Like in the school year, she usually doesn't have to work as long. Like, she was supposed to be doing longer days, but she ends up doing like more closer, just 8 hour days. But in the summer, man, she's doing like 12-hour days every day for 5 days a week, if not more. Have you tried Legends of Runeterra? I have not, but like I told you, like my phone, bro, I'm working with an old S8 is what I'm still using because I'm that person. Now you can't see it, but there's so many like cracks in the screen and like edges all busted up and the glass chunks are like slowly coming out. It's one of those ones that's actually kind of impeded my ability to, even like record stuff because just it's such bad quality. Like, and then I gotta figure out if I'm going to the gym, I gotta definitely like put something in my stomach. Because if I don't and I try to go lift, bro, I will die. Oh, it's on PC too. I mean, isn't it just like normal League of Legends essentially, but like slightly different? Whoa, excuse me. Oh my god. Or am I thinking of or no? I'm thinking of Hearthstone. Is what I'm thinking of. Or is Legends of Runeterra the card game for League of Legends, like Hearthstone? I used to play Hearthstone a little bit too. I enjoyed Hearthstone until it got to the point that again I couldn't like really advance any further without paying money. Like, and I was like, well, I'm tired of that. Like one of these days, I think I still have like 80 packs in freaking Magic to open. I need to have someone that actually knows their Magic cards hang out in my stream. Okay, yeah, it's a card game. So it's kind of like Hearthstone and what is it called? Not Magic, but Wild Rift. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. They were trying to push Wild Rift for so long. I'll definitely have to download it here later then. Give it a look out because, like I said, I used to play Hearthstone and all that, Magic the Gathering, so it's right up that You know, and of course, if it's a League of Legends thing, that their whole thing is not being a pay to win. So at least I can like guarantee at that point it's really, you know, better than probably most the things out there. Well, because even like in freaking Magic, bro, like you know, you come across some of those decks that you can tell they like bought everything in it or something. It's just insane how the combos and stuff like that. Legends of Runeterra is more akin to Magic the Gathering. That's good to know, honestly. Yeah, I'll probably download it. It's just one of those ones. I know a card game like that, I have to, if I'm not playing in person, I have to be like in the right mood for it, I feel like. Um, I miss being able to like play card games with my friends in person. Like, it was a lot of fun, honestly. Play different decks and stuff like that. I grew up going to Books a Million on like, what was it, Saturday or Sunday morning, playing in the little card tournaments that they had. I don't know if you've seen, that's what GameStop's trying to turn themselves into a little bit more like trading card shop as well, where you can come hang out, play, yada, yada, yada. Honestly, smart business model. I think it's actually a good idea for GameStop. I don't think they have enough space in their stores to do it effectively, but you know, we'll see about that, right? Every GameStop's a different size, but some of them are pretty small. You know, in the little like half units that they sell in the strip malls, essentially. That's another thing, man. I would love to open like franchises here. What sucks is like when I first moved here to Florida, one of the first things I did was I was like, you know, what in this area could I build that there isn't any of that would make really good money that's like, you know, doesn't cost a lot. And of course, talking with some of my friends, okay, the idea hit me. I was like, oh man, there's no self storage in this area. Holy crap, I could build self storage and the overhead's like nothing and I'll make good money, yada, 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 yada. Fucking like a few months later, like half a year later, maybe. Future site of, and I'm like, God dang it. And I was like, they didn't steal my idea, but they beat me to it, is what they did. And it's just one of those ones. I'm like, if like I tried to actually contact the Del Taco to franchise a Del Taco in this area because I was like, bro, I'll put Taco Bell out of business in this area with a Del Taco. And but Del Taco, of course, wants like 500K in liquid assets to really even get talking. And I don't know if you know, your boy does not have $500,000 in liquid assets or anyone that could provide as a guarantor for that loan. But you know, it is what it is. We'll get there eventually, right? Try to take a sip of my water and cut my tooth. That did not feel good at all. Oh, but yeah, it's 8:30 here currently. If you're on the East Coast with us. Oh. Yeah, sadly, we can probably already kiss any type of dinner plans tonight because she's definitely not going to get off in time. What up, Mad Dog Leger? How you doing today, my guy? Closes at 11. Yeah, it's 8:30. She's not even going to get off before 9. Even if she got off at 9, come home, shower, not enough time. I'm not one of those people. If it's like the last hour before a restaurant closes, you will not catch me walking into that restaurant. Like fast food, a little bit different, but like an actual sit down restaurant, man. Like maybe if it's like right on the hour, but got to at least probably be like hour and a half before for me to sit down. I will add you, man, my guy, whenever I do download it. I would download it right now. I tried to open the page for it. My computer was just struggling so mightily already that I was just like, well, maybe let's not. Like, I know my PC is starting to struggle so much with everything and needs the rebuild that even just like when I'm browsing, like when I'm doing like research for something or yada, I have dual monitors, so I'll have like, maybe a Word document or PowerPoint I'm working on right here, and then I'll have my PFF and something else over here, and then of course music on that one, like, and my computer will straight just black screen, like blank black screen on both, and takes a minute. And Streamlabs, I've noticed, is one of those ones too. Like when I'm trying to run the Streamlab bot for the channels, Streamlab destroys my rates. And it could be a CPU issue, it could be a GPU issue, it could be struggling with the split screens. Like, oh, on League, got you. I'm about to say we're not friends on League already. I didn't know that, honestly. I gotta work through this TFT battle pass. I have not been playing TFT at all, and if you don't know, they actually like changed the TFT shop and like some currencies you get and stuff like that. So it's actually like a little more rewarding now. Oh, there's my emotes. I'm so dumb. Let's see. I don't like that one. Where's my hearts one? That's usually my go-to. Let's see. I like to use ones that like other people don't have, but a lot of them people do have. I feel like I can replace Murder Crab with something. Let's see. I legit don't even know how to add someone. No, there it is. But like I said, I think I might honestly get off and go get something to eat. Just starving, and she's not going to be home probably anytime soon, so. Yeah, man, I should have got more espresso, honestly. That's what my problem is. I'm running out of energy. And with no food in my stomach. Oh, all right, though. I think I'm going to get off for the night. I appreciate you coming hanging out, Azo. I appreciate everyone that came in and dropped in to wish happy birthday and all that. Ain't nobody going to watch this stream. Ain't nobody going to listen to my crazy ideas, so. All right, your boy is out. I appreciate you, Azo, my boy. And I'll link up with you here on League soon, and I'll definitely we'll play some Legends of Runeterra soon. I crashed my PC League auto installed on my C drive, and I did not have. Oh, that's rough. Oh man, my bad. All right, Azo, I'm gonna head out for the night, my guy.